After this, frijoles fritos, y'all, you're never gonna go back to canned beans. Welcome back, amigos. Thank you for joining me again. I'm so happy you're here with me sharing this rainy day. You cannot see it, but it's raining here. So today I'm gonna show you how to cook the perfect refried beans. After this, frijoles fritos, y'all, you're never gonna go back to canned beans. So if you're ready for this, let's go check out the ingredients. Okay, amigos, so our ingredients today are pinto beans, lard, salt, garlic cloves, and half an onion. We're gonna start by cleaning our beans. Every time for any recipe that includes beans from scratch, we gotta clean them first, because sometimes that you will find rocks, ticks, insects. So, well, you know, Mexicans, we do eat insect tacos, but this is not the case today. So let's clean our beans and let me show you how we do it. Okay, so I have my beans over here, and what we want to do is just like, you know, look for rocks and sticks or whatever we find that is not beans here. Just go little by little. Rocks are the most common one, guys. In Mexico, if you dare to say, I'm bored, your mom and your grandma will say this to you. Pues póngase a limpiar frijoles. Whoa, get started on cleaning the beans. Now that our beans are ready and clean, it's time for us to cook them. Let me show you how we do that. We're gonna start by adding some water into the pot. Next, I'm gonna season our water. I'm adding here 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. We have to make sure that our water is very well seasoned because this is all the flavor that our beans are gonna soak up. Now let's try our water just to see if we have the right amount of salt. Yes, we do. So now that that's ready, we can add our beans. And now we're gonna add more flavor to it. 1/4 of an onion and 5 garlic cloves. You don't actually need to peel them. I just have them already peeled here in my house, so that's how I add them. This is optional because a lot of people do not like bay leaf. But if you don't mind it, just add it there. It's gonna add a really nice touch. Okay, so our beans are ready to be cooked. We're gonna leave them here for like an hour and a half on medium heat. And the only thing we need to check is the water level. We need to keep an eye on that because if it needs more water and we don't add more water, they're gonna get burnt and we don't want that. So we're just gonna leave them here and keep checking on the water level. I'll see you in an hour and a half. I'm back. It's been an hour, so let's check our beans. Let's see how they're doing. Ooh, I can already tell they're not ready yet because first of all, they're still not puffy. Maybe this one is, but not the rest of them. You see how they still kind of like hold their shape and their texture as well? And if you try to squeeze them, see, it didn't lose its shape. While this one, if you squeeze it, look at this. Very different, right? That's kind of like what we want. So these ones are not ready, so we clearly need more time on our beans. Since the beans are almost done, let's start preparing our lard. We're going to add 3 big tablespoons into a warm pan, like tablespoons like this big, this full, and we're going to wait until they melt completely. Now that the lard is completely melted, we're gonna add the other 1/4 of an onion and 3 garlic cloves. So what we're doing here is that we're infusing the lard with these amazing flavors from the onion and the garlic. And then we're gonna add our beans in here and it's gonna taste completely different. This right here is the secret, is the key for perfect refried beans. Now that our garlic and onion have that amazing golden color, we're gonna take them out and we're gonna set them aside. There we go. Now that we have our lard completely flavored, we're gonna leave it there and we're gonna let it cool down a little bit before adding our beans. It's been 20 minutes, so let's check our beans again. Remember, if you can squeeze them, they're not ready. If they're still crunchy, they're not ready. Okay, so now that our beans are perfectly cooked, We're gonna start blending them. Well, we're gonna put them in the blender. And then we're gonna start the fun part. We're gonna start refrying them. Come on over, let me show you how. Before we start blending, we're just gonna take out the garlic and the bay leaf and the onions. We're going to start blending our beans using some of the water that were cooked in, but not too much. We don't want them really watery, we just want them medium consistency. One of the most common mistakes while making refried beans is to add too much water, but don't worry, you don't have to start over. Let me show you how to fix this. And also, do you remember of that garlic and onion we set aside? Okay, so we're gonna blend it with our beans so we get more of that flavor in there. If you're liking this recipe, don't forget to go on TikTok and follow me there as well. So this next step is important because if you heat up the lard way too much, you're just gonna get beans everywhere and you're gonna get burned. So we just wanted to get a little bit warm, but not super hot, okay? And now the rest of the beans. As you can see, our beans are a little bit too watery, but don't panic. We just have to stir here until we get the desired consistency. We just need some of that water to evaporate, and then we're gonna have this amazing refried beans. It's been 10 minutes, and look how different this consistency looks. Just keep stirring here until you get the perfect refried beans. Just remember that beans tend to get a little bit thicker whenever they cool down. I like this consistency, so I'm gonna turn the heat off, and now let's go try them. Okay, so I heat up some tortillas. Let's see how this beans taste. Wow, just wow. This tastes like home. Wow. Oh, I actually sorry, it's very sentimental when you try something that reminds you of many nice memories, your home, of your childhood. And this taco, that's how it tastes like. This is one of the best beans I've ever done, and this is my own recipe, so I guess I just out excel today. So, well guys, thank you so much for joining me before I start crying. I hope you enjoy them as much as I am right now, and have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Adios amigos.